Hi guys, PJ here. Today we are working on a Mercedes Vito 2007 model, and I'm just going to show you quickly how to remove the radio on it. Nice simple job on these, no big deal. I'll also show you the part number needed for the fascia adapter so you can put an aftermarket radio in it. Okay, so before we start this video showing you how to put this radio into the car and what you're going to need to do that, I just need to point out that I am not liable for any damage to your vehicle or injury to yourself by following this guide. If you're even slightly unsure what you're doing, please consult a professional, pay them to do the job. They are insured. If they damage your car, obviously it will get repaired. And let's get on with the unit itself's just held in with some little screws there. So what you're going to need is a trim removal tool. This is a plastic one, yeah? Don't use anything metal because you will damage the edge of the dashboard. These are called Bojo tools. They're available from places like Amazon, eBay. They're about £1, well worth investing in. If you haven't got any of these, find something else that's plastic, such as a scraper, etc. Because all you're going to need it for is just literally popping the clips, like so. Oh, that one just fell off, there we go. So all you've got is plastic clips. There you go, show them all the way around the edge. Basically just take that off, pop that safe, you're going to need that. And then you've got the actual radio itself. They're held in with, I think they're TX25s. Let's just have a quick try just to give you the right information there. Yeah, TX25s. Undo those, one each side. There's one there as well, look. Where are we? Just there, hiding away. And then you've got two at the bottom. One here and one here. Go ahead and take those out now. Okay, with all four screws out, we've just bagged up the gear knob to save it getting scratched when we take anything out. And don't forget to press eject. You may well have left a CD in. You won't be able to get that out once you've disconnected it, so just a little reminder. Pull the whole unit, including pocket. And quite a long cable these, so it's quite ideal for getting to. So there we go, go around the back here. You're on standard ISO connectors, which are nice and easy to pop out, and you've got a normal blade aerial connection. This is a female fit. There we go, so you're going to need an adapter to make it male if you fit in a stereo that's got a male, you know, bayonet fit aerial on it. Okay, they're available from most car shops, sort of £2 or £3, or eBay, Amazon, etc. There's your power connector and your speakers, just pinch. This is fun to do, there we go, 1, 2. Can be quite well in, they've been in some years probably, so there we go, out we come. And then you're left with the whole thing, like I was saying. Now, fascia adapter for this vehicle, because obviously you've got a big gaping hole there now. Just get your, what we've ordered here. This one's made by Sounds on Top, connects to, and part number CT24MB06, and it's listed for Mercedes-Benz AB Class 2005 onwards. This completely replaces your radio and surround. I'll unpack it, show you what it is. And there we go, that's the unit unpacked. There's two ways you can use this. If you're using a single DIN radio, you know, the normal sized ones, it just slots in and it comes with a pocket to fill up the other section, the other hole, yeah, wherever you want to sort of put it. Normally people have the pocket below, but however, you can have it in the top if you wish. If you fit in a double DIN radio, you know, one of the big radios, the whole screen ones, all you simply do is cut this bar out, this plastic bar that's in the middle. That one, just take it out. One thing to mention before you put your fascia into the dashboard is if you've got a radio that's Bluetooth and comes with a microphone, like this one, this is having a Pioneer in it and this is a Pioneer Bluetooth mic, you basically might want to run your cable right now because you've got loads of access, loads of room. Normally you can run your cable sort of down the back, pop it out in the footwell down here, run along up the side of the screen pillar and mount it up in the top corner. Obviously, if your cable's long enough, you could put it in the middle near your interior mirror. That's a central microphone, which is ideal. If the cable's not long enough, simply pull it up on the corner, sort of here somewhere, and point it towards you. But yeah, you just run your cable along down the edge, all the way down, and then under the plastic trim and up into the hole. Just bear it in mind while your fascia's not in, because then you've got plenty of room. So with your microphone cable fed through, there it is. Where are we? Here, like so. It's gone down into the footwell down there, ready for me to run it up like I just mentioned. Okay, now your fascia itself, obviously decide which opening you're using, feed your cable through, yeah. It doesn't matter, you can change it at a later date if you want. And then quite literally Let's get you in view there, sorry, lost view. Line up your holes, so the little holes are lined up, look, so you can put your screws back in other words, your TX25s. So if you go ahead and put your TX25s in, like so. So we've got all 4 in, yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the next thing you may well need, like I say, depending on the radio, is an aerial adapter, because this is a female fitting. A lot of radios use the bayonet fitting. If so, you're going to need something like this, which is an adapter to convert from female to male. It just simply plugs in, yeah, so just click that into there. And the part number for that is, this one's made by Auto Leads, okay, they're available, like I say, most retailers, PC5-27H. Nice and simple, very, very basic bit of kit, but is needed if you want an FM radio. If you're getting poor radio reception, you can actually buy a version that's got a little booster on it and a blue wire that hooks into your power radio, your power antenna cable. You shouldn't need it on this vehicle, but if you are suffering from that, you can, like I say, buy a boosted version. Just quick Google, you'll soon find that one, not an issue. Okay, so next up, your radio comes with a wiring adapter, like so. Depending on the brand, the end may look a little bit different. 2 blocks on it, and they've got offset little pins so you can't get them the wrong way round, and they click onto the block that's coming out your dashboard. Like so. So just click them in, yeah? Just click and you'll hear them snap, the little pins will shoot forward and that holds them in place, they're locked. We pushed our aerial adapter in, so now we've got a male fitting, and make sure you've not trapped your microphone cable when you've tightened everything up. Feed them all through the correct hole. Most radios, aftermarket radios, or pretty much all, should come with a metal cage like this. This slides off the radio, so if we just remove that like so, and then, yeah, you guessed it, feed your cables through it and pop it in the hole. Like I say, there is variation, you can put it where you want. I normally put it on the bottom, because if you hit one of our wonderfully great big potholes, you've got the whole way to the stereo bouncing as you hit the pothole, so with something underneath it, it might hold it a little bit better. But some aren't that heavy, some of them don't even have CD players in now, because CD is going out nowadays, let's face it. And the little short ones, you put that in the top, no problem, pocket underneath, totally up to you, whatever you feel. So we'll fit the cage now. So if your cage shoved in, just sort of push each end of it until it snugly fits, so it's actually flush, look, to the edges. Get yourself a little flat blade screwdriver and quite literally just twist some of the metal tabs behind so that the unit is secure. In other words, you don't want to be braking hard and the unit come out your dashboard or in an accident and it come flying out and hit somebody. So just secure it. You know, it's meant to be a theft deterrent, but let's face it, if the thieves want it, they're going to rip it out and wreck your dashboard. So yeah, just to hold it in place, okay, nice and snug. Then we can go ahead and actually click the end connectors that we've got here, all of them, into your radio. With everything nicely plugged in, yeah, there's your microphone, there's your power, speakers, etc. Aerial. Tuck everything nice and neatly behind. You'll notice we've left the pocket out. That's so we can get a hand behind to sort of help guide the cables through so we don't trap any. Just makes life that little bit easier. You know, anything to make the job easier is always a bonus. So leave that out, lets you get everything out of the way so you don't trap it on anything either side, etc. So now go ahead and put your stereo in and click it sort of home. Not all the way so it locks, just in, like so. So we've left it sitting out, just proud. Like I say, ample space to get everything, to pull your cabling up. You'll see it's all bunched up here, you didn't want to trap anything behind it. Just a note, on most of the Vitos, when you've got your car door open, your stereo will be powered. So shut your car door so you can test the ignition side of it. And at this point, before we click it in and reassemble everything, just pop your ignition on and make sure it works. So we'll go ahead, turn the ignition on. There we go. Should. There you go. So that bursts into life as it should. All we've got to do now is fit the surrounding trim back on and pop the pocket in. Now, if you have power problems in that you haven't got a proper ignition switched on your vehicle, because some of these don't have a proper ignition switched power, you're going to have to, there's a red and a yellow cable on the back that you saw earlier. Well, your red cable will need to go to a fuse box ignition switched fuse. Okay, this particular one that I'm working on doesn't need that. As you can see, it's plugged straight in and works straight off the bat. However, some do. Now your cigarette lighter is ignition switched, and that has a power feed to it, and it's very easy to get to. Some people piggyback off the back of that. It's not something I personally do. I'd go to the fuse box and do it, but it is an easier option for the DIY, you know, if you haven't got much time on your hands, etc. So just bear that in mind. So if it's not powering up, yeah, and you should get your multimeter out or your test probe and make sure your red wire is actually 12 volts, actually doing its job. Because if it isn't, it will read like 4.5 volts, etc., which is quite normal on one of these. And you're going to need to run an extra wire to the ignition. I've got lots of other videos on how to fit car radios showing you how to wire something to a fuse box of a vehicle. It's a pretty straightforward thing to do. So if you have that, check out the other videos and have a go. It's not too difficult. So last of all now, like I say, we've got to replace the plastic trim. Can be fiddly to click into place, to be all honest. They do bend a bit, but we'll do that right now. And there we go. If you're struggling to get this in, just loosen your 4 screws that hold all the fascia in, and it'll just allow it to go up a little bit. Just sort of shove it up and nip them back up, and then your trim will clip back in nicely. And that is how you fit an aftermarket radio in a Mercedes Vito. If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments below. And thanks a lot for looking. Bye for now.